Hi, I'm Cece Bodwin. Welcome to Wise Woman Evolving and my 6-week introductory program. As promised, here's the instructional video for learning to tap out your cortices, or the different areas of the brain, the cortexes, if you will. Welcome, and here we go. So, for tapping, what we want to remember, while we're tapping, we're going to take some gentle breaths in and out. We don't want to hold our breath. So it would be more like, and we want to breathe deeply. Breathe as deeply as you can, getting as far down into the belly as you can, and letting it out again. So when we're tapping, the hand position with tapping is open fingers. You want to pretend there's a center part here, and we tap on both the right and left side. That way we cover everything, the right and left side of the brain, hemispheres of the brain. And then when we are holding a hand position on the head somewhere, we're going to have closed fingers. So let's begin, shall we? So we're going to start with closed fingers, and for the first hand position, we take the thumb of a closed hand and place it on the back of the head. If you feel in the back, you'll feel two knobbly things. You want the thumb just sitting below that, where the head meets the neck. Again, closed fingers for the hand over the head. If you don't want to touch the head itself, say if you have a hairdo that you don't want to mess up, it's quite all right to keep the focus just above the head. That's not a problem. So we start by, again, closed fingers, thumb at the base of the skull, here. And with our tapping hand, again, please remember open fingers. When we have the hand on the back of the, or anywhere on the head, open fingers means scattered fingers, scattered energies. We're missing parts of the brain. We don't want that. So on the head, closed fingers. Tapping, we want to be able to cover the right and left side, so we're opening those fingers. So begin with me, please, and just take a deep breath in and begin to tap. We're not beating anybody up here, just a gentle tapping. Head and heart. You may choose to do head and heart while breathing in, or I'm sorry, head while breathing in and then out, and then heart while taking your second deep breath in and out, or perhaps an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. However you like is fine, but we want to we do want to tap through 2 full breath cycles. Our next hand position will move on. The easiest way to accomplish this, because we're eventually going to cover the brain, is take the tapping hand and close the fingers, and then what you'll do is come and meet the other hand like so. Notice I did not leave any open spaces or gaps. I met thumb to pinky, so on the tapping. So we started there, we're going to have here, and then the other hand we open up and tap while we're breathing gently in and out. Deep breaths. I bet you can already feel yourself relaxing a bit. So our next hand position, same thing. We're going to close this hand. Again, meet where the thumb and pinky meet with closed fingers. Remove the other hand, the one you had there already, open, and begin to tap while breathing deeply in and out. And if you tap over the hand or the head, that's okay. As long as you're getting, remember, pretend there's that center part and you're tapping both right and left side. So tap and breathe through 2 breath cycles. And I am doing a little bit of exaggerated breathing, if you'll notice, and that's always very helpful, because it really gets the breath going, it gets the energy moving, which is exactly what we want. And again, we'll meet so that there are no gaps, and again, closed fingers, because scattered fingers equals scattered energy, and we don't want that. And tap with the other hand. Remember, getting both right and left sides. So you don't want to tap here, you don't want to tap here, or this kind of thing. You want to make sure that you're actually tapping both sides. And again, you can tap off the head or on. Remembering to breathe deeply in and out. And it's going to take 4 or 5 hand positions, maybe a little bit more or less, depending on the size of your head and the size of your hand to cover. But our goal is to eventually cover the eyebrows. So if you'll see where I'm getting now, I'm barely meeting the eyebrows. And so I will need an extra hand position and I'll overlap. But we'll go ahead and do this one now. And because I didn't cover the eyebrows, because we don't want to miss anything in the prefrontal cortex here, then I will, I was here, so I will overlap and tap again. Again, breathing deeply. Be sure you get right and left sides of the brain. Through 2 deep breath cycles. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel relaxed already. So there's one more hand position, and we want to get the temporal lobe. So what we'll do to get that, we've got 2 sides to cover, right? So both hands, we're going to start with fingers closed, and take your thumbs and open them up. This will ensure we get the proper position over the head, over the brain really. And what we want to do here is make sure that we're going front to back, not anything like this or like this. We want front to back, and the way we know that we'll get that is by hooking the thumb under the ear. If you'll notice, I'm doing this, if you can see that. And then that way, you're pretty much front to back instead of cockeyed some kind of way. So we've got 2 sides, and we're going to get them both like that. How are we going to tap? So the trick here is we have to remember, if we don't tell the brain we're not moving a hand, it won't know the difference. So we're going to cover both sides and set the intent. And really the intent that we're focusing on throughout the entire process is focusing on right and left brain communicate. So you can tell that to yourself once in a while as you're tapping. Right and left brain communicate. So we're going to pretend, we're going to set the intent. So we're going to hold here for about 15 seconds or so. And then pretending with all our might that our hand is still there, we're going to move one and gently tap while we're breathing. In and out. You might want to check in to be able to hold your focus. You can even check in and switch hands, pretending again that that hand is still there, because the brain will not know the difference. And you may relax. That is how we tap out our cortices. Couple things to remember: we're focusing on right and left brain communicate. Breathing in and out deeply as we tap without holding our breath in between. When we're tapping, pretend that you've got that center part and you're tapping both the right and left side. We don't want to do this or this or this kind of thing. We're tapping here. See how I'm covering both sides of my head? And then with the hand position that's over the head or over the different sections of the brain, we make sure that that's closed so that we are covering every part of the brain. We don't want to leave any cold spots. So something that's helpful to remember with tapping out your cortices throughout your day, you can start your day by tapping your cortices out in the morning and making sure it gives you that nice, bright, fresh start to your day, and it really wakes you up. You can also tap your cortices out before going to bed, and that helps you really relax. I'm sure some of you may even be yawning, and that's okay. That's a good sign. It means the energy's moving, which is really healthy. But if you tap out right before going to bed, then it kind of sets the tone and helps you sleep really, really well. The brain knows what time of day it is, so don't be concerned about, well, is it going to keep me awake or is it going to make me too relaxed? The brain will know what to do, what time of day, and what you need to perform. Your focus will already be kind of set on that anyway, whether you're paying attention to that or not. Other helpful times under stress, we want to tap out our cortices more often, and as well as, performance before taking exams. My daughter uses them to tap out. She uses this technique to tap out before a piano performance, and she does so beautifully. When she does not, she finds herself fumbling a little bit, and it's a very frustrating experience. You can use this for all sorts of things. If one of your children or grandchildren falls and they're, starting to tap out their cortices, and it just really settles them right back down. It's really great for babies. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful technique to use for babies and even animals. If you have a young child or baby, you can easily do the technique on yourself with your focus on that child or pet, animal, etc. Beautiful technique, experiment with it. There's so many more ways to use this, but I won't get into all of that here. Enjoy the video. I hope you have. Enjoy the technique, and happy tapping. Again, I'm Cece Baudouin, Wise Woman Evolving, and thank you so much for joining me today.